Top 10 African prisons you won't believe exist. Prisons in Africa are mainly characterized by malnutrition and overcrowding, which leads to widespread diseases and even untimely inmate deaths. Thus, some of these African prisons are considered to be the worst in the world. These worst facilities are characterized by extreme violence, poor sanitation, and overcrowding, among many other non-human right-friendly conditions. It is the worst nightmare of any bad guy to be put behind bars in these correctional facilities in Africa. This is not to say that there are no conducive prisons in Africa, but the focus today is on the worst jails in Africa, as outlined below. These are the top 10 African prisons you won't believe exist. Number 10. Drakenstein Prison, South Africa. Starting our list is the Drakenstein Correctional Facility. It's one of the worst prisons in South Africa and is located between Franschhoek and Paarl in the Western Cape of South Africa. This facility was previously named Victor Verster and was the last place where the late Nelson Mandela was held before his release in 1990. This prison has the highest number of imprisoned gang members in the city, and so it's one of the most feared prisons in the country. These gangs are notoriously known for promoting gang violence by using dangerous weapons. Number 9. Pollsmoor Prison, South Africa. Besides being considered one of the toughest prisons in South Africa, Pollsmoor is also one of the most dangerous in the world. It's located in the Cape Town suburb of Tokai. This is a place where Nelson Mandela was transferred after 18 years of imprisonment on Robben Island. The maximum security penal facility holds some of the most dangerous criminals in South Africa and is the most overcrowded prison in the Western Cape. The facility is supposed to hold 3,900 prisoners, but has over 8,900, with some inmates awaiting their trial for years without any luck. Pollsmoor is a dangerous prison because it's run by gangs in Cape Town, including the number gangs, 26s, 27s, and 28s. As such, there are numerous cases of violence using crude weapons among inmates. Besides, due to overcrowding, communicable diseases spread rapidly, resulting in the death of some of the inmates. Number 8. Black Beach Prison, Equatorial Guinea. Black Beach Prison is situated on the island of Bioko and is considered one of Africa's most notorious jails. The prison was established in the 1940s during the Spanish colonial rule, and even though it was meant for common criminals, it later became the designated prison where political opposition members were incarcerated and later murdered while serving their sentences. It's located on the island of Bioko in the capital city of Malabo in Equatorial Guinea. Although Black Beach's infamous old buildings were replaced 5 years ago and the facility now boasts a hospital wing and pharmacy, the prison is still ranked as one of the worst prisons in Africa. In 2008, a special reporter for the UN expressed concerns that torture was frequently used to secure convictions in Equatorial Guinea, and that corporal punishment was used in prisons like Black Beach. Prisoners have reportedly died following prolonged beatings, and there are also indications that political prisoners have been held in solitary confinement for as long as 4 years. Black Beach Prison is infamous for human rights offences, and it's become synonymous with malnutrition, overcrowding, rat infestations, guard brutality, and the absence of medical care. Most of the inmates in the penitentiary die from chronic sicknesses. Number 7. Kamiti Maximum Prison, Kenya. The Kamiti Maximum Prison is the biggest facility in Kenya. built on 1,200-acre land in the Kiambu part of the country. The prison is famous for housing political prisoners in the 1980s and early 1990s. The prison was created to hold 1,400 criminals, but is currently overcrowded with more than double that number. Kamiti holds notoriety for poor conditions and inhumane treatment, with instances of sodomy, cholera outbreaks, poor sanitation, malnutrition, and ulcers. For instance, in 2009, 9 inmates died of cholera at Kamiti Max. Another instance was on the 17th of November 2008. A search for a mobile phone was carried out in G Block. The wardens were caught on camera mercilessly beating the prisoners in a video handed over to the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. The video was also aired on national television. Within Kamiti Maximum, Block G is dubiously known for housing inmates who prey on others for sexual pleasures and mobile fraudsters. Number 6. Nairobi Prison, Kenya. Also making it to the list of the worst jails in Africa is the Nairobi Prison, which is situated in Kenya's capital city. Yes, Kenya again. Established in 1911 for 800 inmates, the number grew to 3,000 in 2003, and currently it holds more prisoners, making it one of the most congested prisons in Kenya and Africa. The penitentiary facility reeks of human sweat, owing to the heat and overpopulation. It also smells of human waste, as there are limited toilets. Due to the above bad conditions, it's a struggle for the convicts to be physically and mentally healthy. Number 5. The Mukoko Maximum Prison, Zambia. The prison is located in the central Zambian town of Kabwe. It holds some of the most dangerous men and women, those on death row and life imprisonment. It was initially meant to hold just 1 prisoner per cell, but now Mukoko Maximum Prison holds up to 15 in one cell. Owing to the limited ventilation within the cells, this jail in Zambia often encounters outbreaks of illnesses, such as tuberculosis, among others. Besides, the same prison is infamous for malnutrition, rodent infestations, and warden brutality, making it one of the worst correctional facilities in Zambia and in Africa. Number 4. Kirikiri Maximum Security Prison, Nigeria. Kirikiri Max Prison is one of the most famous jails in Nigeria, and just like most prisons on this list, it's also notorious for the overpopulation of inmates, with over 50 sharing a cell. Located in Lagos, Nigeria, the prison was built for hardened criminals with high offences. And over the years, the prison has become famous in Nigeria for the inhumane treatment of inmates by the guards, bad living conditions, poor healthcare, and the high death rate of prisoners. Number 3. Kinshasa Penitentiary Rehabilitation Center. This prison has been ranked among the worst prisons by the United Nations Human Rights. It was meant to house 150 inmates, but holds more than 850. Because of its limited space, convicts are packed like sardines, with the majority of them sleeping in the hallway and near the septic tanks. These unhygienic conditions make disease outbreaks a common occurrence within the facility. Number 2. Gitarama Prison, Rwanda. Gitarama is by far among the deadliest prisons on earth, holding prisoners who have committed genocide-related crimes. The facility is meant to hold just 600, but it has over 7,000 convicted felons. Due to the overwhelming number of inmates, most spend their time standing due to the lack of space. The most traumatizing part is that it has the worst inmates, who engage in deadly fights and often feed on the dead bodies of the killed felons to survive, as food is scarce within the prison. As if that's not bad enough, approximately 7 to 8 inmates die on a daily basis because of the deplorable living conditions. The corridors of the prison are filled with human feces, and since most prisoners walk bare feet, they suffer from gangrene, which results in their death. Even though human rights organisations have tried to protest and bring change to Gitarama, none of their efforts have been successful. Number 1. Chikarubi Maximum Prison, Zimbabwe. Chikarubi Maximum Prison is one of the famous places for the wrong reasons. It's the biggest facility in Zimbabwe, situated near the outskirts of Harare. Chikarubi is considered the worst jail in Africa, as the prison features a scarcity of basic needs, such as food, water, and blankets. The penitentiary has cells measuring 9 meters by 4 meters, and such cells hold up to 40 prisoners each. The total population of Chikarubi is approximately 17,000 prisoners and admits both males and females. Besides overcrowding, this jail is notoriously known for guard brutality, poor sanitation, rape, malnutrition, and absent healthcare systems. Most of the prisoners here often die of starvation, and it's even said that no one claims their corpses afterwards, which is quite sad. All in all, avoid these prisons, or better still, avoid crimes. We know prisons are not vacation destinations, and culprits are taken there to be accountable for their actions. Nevertheless, inmates are still humans who should be accorded some basic human decency regardless of their committed crimes. As such, there is a need for reforms in the above worst prisons in Africa so that prisoners can serve their time well, in a safe environment. Let us know what you think about our list in the comments section. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.